Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Burton Albion England DNA series. It's been a little while from my last recording, and I'm looking forward to getting into today's episode. We have had a really good start. Now, I know normally we come back and we do like 2 matches and we do a player attribute reveal for the first the first episode of the season. It's going to be slightly different today, and the reason is this time around in particular, nobody's really changing the attributes at all. I had a quick look beforehand, and I just thought that I'll show you some of the player trading ratings at the moment and a couple of young players that are looking okay in the under 18s. But apart from that, I think we're going to just play 3 matches and get into the season a little bit. And the reason it's going to be interesting here is we've got 3 potential winnable games, right? If we win all 3, we're going to be in the playoffs at the very least. Although, in addition to that, we've actually got a few players out injured going into this game. 2 important players, I would say. Johnny Smith, because he's left wing back's not really a position we've got many players to play in that sort of role. And then John King, because it's John King. Like, if we were able to win 3 games out of 3 here, we'd have a chance legitimately of being like in a promotion race. Like, not even just playoff, but promotion race. So I want you to sort of see that with me with these next 3 games rather. But then also we'll go through a little bit in the training and see who's been doing well and have a quick look at maybe at some stats and stuff. But yeah, thought we'd do that anyway. Bit different for this episode. We'll play 3 games: Plymouth, Middlesbrough, and Millwall. So we've got a game. We've then got 3 games after this game, and then 4 days after that one. So a nice little change. I basically found the solution that works for me, by the way. If there's a game and there's another game in 3 days' time, I just rest the next day completely, recover on the second day, the first session, then you can get 2 proper sessions in. And the benefit for me from that is that in the first year, I was resting them for 2 days, so they would have no sessions at all. At the very least now, we're getting 2 sessions out of it, right? So that's 2 sessions more per game every 3 days than before. But yeah, a whole day of rest and 1 recovery the next day, that can get you through any sort of period, as long as it's not a game in every 2 days. It was a good start to the season. We have played Brighton, we have played Hull, we played Forest, and we played Blackburn so far in the league. We've won our 2 League Cup matches. I have rotated the whole side in both those. It's nice to get those couple of wins in the Cup. I'm not too bothered about going any further because we're just going to get a Premier League team and get smashed. And yeah, so I'm not really too bothered about it right this second. But we've done all right so far. We've done really well, in fact, in these games. And yeah, let's see how we get on then. Let's get into today's episode and get into the games. We've got Plymouth, Middlesbrough, and Millwall. Let's get into it. I'm expecting 4 points. I'm expecting a 3, a 1. Actually, no, I'm expecting 7. I think we should win both home games and we'll probably draw the Middlesbrough game. We might lose. I reckon maybe 7 points if things go well. But we'll see. So John King is out. He's been out for a few games. As you can see, John King hasn't scored yet this season. He's not been playing very well. He's still been developing a little bit, so I'll quickly show you him now. That's him all time, of course. Yeah, still looking like an absolute legend. But last 6 months is that, so not really too much of a change. Oh, yeah, the one thing I did differently this season. So this season, I did leave it on a sort of default pre-season schedule by the assistant manager for the first 2 weeks. So our schedule actually started 2 weeks into the pre-season rather than right at the start. I could maybe stretch that to a 3rd week, but I wouldn't want to do it any later than that because the original schedule was designed with preseason in mind still. So I'd like to keep it 2, maximum 3. So maybe next season I'll do it 3. So it just lets our schedule extend further into the actual season, right? So I think now it's going to finish the last week of March, that sort of time, rather than the middle or the first week, right? So okay, let's get into the game then. John King's going to be out, so it's going to be William that goes up front, and then Dylan Scott's currently my next one in line. News, forgot to bring you. Lewis Moll retired last season. So, unfortunately, there's no more Lewis Moll. He did retire. Rest in peace, Lewis. Thanks for your services. Not rest in peace, he didn't die, but you know what I mean. Okay, Tom Coleshaw has joined our coaching staff. He's a good coach. He's got good working with youngsters, good determination, which is a good start, and his personality is okay. We've got a lot of balanced personality coaches and players, which maybe we need to try and make sure we get more fairly professional and professional stuff. And then left wing back. So Charlie Lacken's going to go there. We're going to play Sam Heller. Sam Heller's going to start all 3 matches, barring an injury or suspension. And that is going to be your team. So it's going to be Garrett in goal with King, Hughes, and Hamer across the back. Lacken, Keller down wing backs with Heller and Taylor pivots. Powell is the 10 off of Victor and William up front. So in terms of like our new gen youngsters, we've got Heller and King both playing here. Mitchell King, by the way, is looking really, really good. He looks like he fits in with the rest of the team. He has signed a new contract, as have a couple of players now. So he's now got he's got a 5-year contract currently, Mitchell King. Was it Hamer that signed an 8-year contract? Okay, so Hamer's got a 7-year contract, just the 7. He's got a 4-year contract proper with a 3-year optional extension by club, which will be triggered. So Hamer's locked up for 7 years, and that'll take him to when he is in his early 30s. So that's all good. Okay, assistant manager says we're doing well and we're on a good run. So let's keep that going, shall we? Okay. Don't forget we are playing at the Best Scott Stadium, not at our own stadium at home now. So yeah, they play 4-4-2, incidentally. And we are underway. Highlight here for Plymouth Argyle. They're going to have a free kick whipped in. It's headed away. They're going to get the ball back again. Thompson plays it across. I think he's offside, that guy anyway. Highlight again here for Plymouth. They throw it in. They also dive in challenge by William, but, you know, he gets away with it. They can continue their attack. They're going to go through getting a shoot from distance. No, they're going to work it left-hand side. Thompson plays it in. They're in. And they blaze it over the bar. Right, we've been absolutely battered by Plymouth so far. They've had 5 shots to our 0. Hamer's got on the right-hand side. He's going to swing across him by the looks of it here. Is he? He's going to cut it back. He looks for Keller Dunn, who now will whip it in himself. Goes away by Plymouth. Sam Hughes gets it. Plays it into straight to the opposition. Sam Hughes giving it away again as per usual. They break through. Sam Hughes gets it again. Don't give it away twice, Sam. That's it. He just gets rid of it. He's like, no, I'm playing old school today, boss. No more of this England DNA nonsense. William shoots. Oh, that was close. Corner. Powell whips it in. Far post. Keeper collects it. We don't know whose highlight it's going to be just yet. What they can do with this. It's going to be sent long, I think, because he can't really roll that to anybody. Yeah, he's going to go long. Sam Hughes wins it. We flick it on. It's going to be recovered by Plymouth. They're playing it from the back again. 2v1 on the right-hand side. They use it. Oh, Howell's won it. He's won it. He plays into Victor. Into William. Williams through. Is he going to score? Oh, he's at the post. It's Calamity. Oh, lad. Victor, what are you doing? Put it in the net. Don't need England DNA, tell you that. Okay, highlight here. Plymouth have it. They play it to their left-hand side. We're going to win this. We will now. Hamer wins it. Plays it back to the keeper. Garrett sends it long. William could get to it. Oh, William, make a better effort, please. These two strikers are pissing me off. Taylor plays into Keller Dunn. Keller Dunn whacks it into William. I think he's just onside. Plays it across to Victor. Heads it, and he's offside now. The assistant referee wanted to wait their flag. Plymouth have the ball. They play it to their right-hand side. They're going to build their attack still. We're going to try and defend the ball here. Mitchell King wins it. Him and Heller, the two youngsters, link up. We play out it to our striker. We just about don't get a red card there. Victor goes through. Is he going to shoot from distance? No, he uses Keller Dunn. Keller Dunn plays a 1-2 with the defender. He battles with it, wins it back. Good tenacious play. Goes back to Taylor, waxing the far post. Power heads it just wide. Okay, we'll say, do it for the fans. Keller Dunn into Heller. Keller Dunn waxes it far post. Victor, and he heads it. It's a goal. Yes, I was just about to say, I don't know if this is going to be a proper highlight because we've had a lot of highlights in this game. I don't actually know how many I've shown you, but it is on key highlights. It is on key highlights. It's just been a lot of highlights in this game. And a lot of highlights that you wouldn't think would be on maybe key highlights, but they were. Victor scores 1-0 to Burton. Set piece for Plymouth. Whacked into the far post. Headed away. Victor's going to get to that. It's going to be their highlight now, though, probably. Unless we can win it right here. He's gone into a bad area. Surely got to win that. Oh, Sebastiano Esposito they've got up front. What's going on here? Okay, I'm going to take off William and throw on Dylan Scott up front. Highlight here. Hamer throws into Victor. Victor plays back to Hamer. Into Heller. Sam Hughes whacks it in behind to Powell. What a finish from Joe Powell that is. It's on the volley. Is it like a Di Canio finish? What a strike this is. He gives a big celebration. It's 2-0 to Burton Albion. What is this? Sam Hughes with an unbelievable pass. Did something right for once in the game. You're right, Sam. Sam was a big fan of the channel and the series. Sam whacked it in behind. Oh, look at that. Di Canio. Take that. 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just gone top of the league. With the results staying as they are, we are currently top. With joint on points with QPR, but with the game in hand on them. Like, this is getting, I won't say close, because there's only a few games in, but, you know. So I want to show you, like, 3 games to see how we do over the course of a few matches and see where we are after, I think it'll be 7 games at that point. So, there we go. 2-0 to Burton Albion. We'll say well done, boys. So just to reiterate, we've got Middlesbrough in 3 days. So it's a day of rest. It's 1 recovery session, then 2 sessions. I just take out whichever one's there normally and just keep it as it is. And then, because it's 4 days there, I mean, that should really be a day of rest. Then it'll be a recovery session there. So what I would do here is probably go rest. I mean, you could probably change one. We could probably test leaving 1 in if it wasn't a physical session. Maybe we could go, maybe it's 4. We can go match review, rest, then recovery. Yeah, because then what we're still getting in is compared to the first season, we're getting a match review in and 2 sessions, whatever they are, as opposed to having just those 2 days completely on rest, you see. So that's still a massive benefit from before. But yeah, we'll do that and we'll leave it and see how the team looks going into these next 2 games. Okay, so same exact team with the exception of Mitchell King. He's going to come out. We're going to play Shaughnessy just because he's a little bit tired, really. That's the only reason. And I don't want to burn out Mitchell King. He's only 17. Like, I just want him to play when he's ready to play properly for us, right? So he'll move on to the bench. Shaughnessy starts at left centre-back, who's not exactly a downgrade there. And that'd be a team. Same again. Assistant manager says, recent praise is justified, okay? They're playing a 4-2-3-1. It's going to be a corner right off the bat. Keller done with the corner, whacks it into the, sort of the middle of the 6-yard box, goes back out. Lacking at left wing back, takes a touch, takes another touch. He's going to shoot. Oh, that was really close. Middlesbrough highlight. They're going to build their attack on the right-hand side. Can we win it here? Nope. No, it's going to be their highlight. They're going behind. Hamer wins it. Or maybe not now. Keller done into William. He's just not even trying, is he, William? Sam Hughes plays it long into Victor. It's won by Middlesbrough. It's going to be their highlight, isn't it? Again. Nope. Shaughnessy now. Is it the ours? It's a scrappy game, this. There's not many highlights either. You've probably only seen one before this. Powell plays into Lakin. Lakin goes through, plays into Victor. Victor gets it. Can he cut it across goal to somebody else? Oh, he's still got himself. Shoots. Hits the post and it's going to be cleared away. Okay, we'll say dig in. Okay, I've just brought on Scott front for William again. Same as last game. And Cam was gone right wing back instead of Keller done because he was quite tired. Okay, Sam Heller's quite tired. He's coming off. Kieran Gilligan's coming on. So he's going to go to the right CDM slot and Taylor will stay as a left CDM. Lakin throws into Powell. This could be a highlight for us. Taylor into Gilligan. Plays it through to Scott. Dylan Scott gets tackled. He's not for this level. And that's why he's not for this level. What a shame. We need another striker, really. There is one of the 16-year-old lads we got in the youth intake who I could play instead. I might play him next game because Dylan Scott's proven to be just not quite good enough. Okay, long goal kick is taken. We're going to win the first set around the second. Can we get to the ball now? Dylan Scott going to win it? No. Here he goes. Is he going to... Oh, Dylan Scott, do you know what? Let's not even bother with this. Just get him off now. Let's get somebody else up there. Let's not even mess around, is it? There's no point messing around with this. It's going to be an important position for us. And I think I'd rather just play Joe Powell up front. And we've got that really good young, so there's two actually good midfield players. It might be worth playing Joe Powell as a striker when we have an injury and playing one of them as a 10 maybe, instead of just doing this. They're going to score 1-0. Late highlight for Middlesbrough. They're going to whack it towards the far post, I'd imagine. They got a player waiting for it there. It goes in the far post, headed towards goal. There it is, 2. Game over. And they have it. It's going to finish 2-0 to Middlesbrough, which is a shame. Yeah, I think having a backup striker better than the current one we've got is essential. I'm going to have a quick look at the youngsters. In fact, let's do it now on camera together. So we've got Ben Abbott, who's a striker I was thinking of. I mean, he's not really ready, but at least he's 17. He's got much more time and room to grow. Dylan Scott is 19, turning 20 soon. Yeah, he turns 20 in a few days, actually, in 10 days. Or we can play Joe Powell as a striker, which is a possibility. He could do a job, to be fair. I'm not sure, because he's left-footed. He could maybe go on the right-hand side, though, and then maybe play Victor on the left. And that would then allow us to play the Tom Kiernan as a 10 in the first team, or we can play potentially Brendan Hughes as well, who could both do a job, to be fair, as that sort of number 10 role. In fact, Brendan Hughes can probably play it anyway. He could be a wing-back for us, he could be a CDM, he could be a striker if he wanted to develop his finishing a little bit, but I'll have a think about this, because I think we'll do it for this episode. We'll bring one of these up, because John King's almost fit. I'm going to leave him out of the Millwall games. I don't want to push him really, but we'll see. We'll put somebody else up there and see how we go. Bit of good news. Managed to get the junior budget increased again up to exceptional from excellent, which is really good. Okay, slightly different team then for this game. We're going to play Mitchell King at centre-back again. He's going to go with Hughes and Hamer in the back 3 as normal. Lakin's going to have to still play wing-back because Smith is out. Keller stays right wing-back. Now, Shaughnessy is going to step up to midfield. We're going to drop Heller for this one and play Taylor at the right CDM. Now, with Tom Kiernan's going to play midfield for us as a number 10. Now, I probably could, in hindsight, have played maybe Taylor up and maybe played Gilligan. That probably makes more sense for us to win the game. Maybe I could have played Heller and played, just moved Taylor up. That probably makes more sense. Should we do that instead or play Kiernan? I'll tell you, let's do that. Let's do that, and let's keep on the bench, though. Tom Kiernan can stay on the bench, and we'll play Taylor as the 10. That looks slightly better, actually, now, looking at it. So that's going to be a team then instead. Taylor goes to the 10, Heller and Shaughnessy play together in the midfield. Okay, system manager says, our home form is important to us. Let's go out there and make the advantage count. Okay. Instant highlight in the game. Powell plays it straight to Shaughnessy. Takes some touches, drives with it. Taylor into Victor. This looks better already. Victor gives it away. We're going to force it long, are we? We are going to force it long. Going to win this easy. Hughes brings it down, plays into King. King travels with it, plays it in behind. Taylor nods it down, Victor into Powell. Powell surely's got to finish it. Doesn't. Stays 0-0. Okay, highlight here. Mill have a long throw. They've lost the ball. Oh, they almost lost the ball. Heller almost won it. They get the ball out wide anyway. It's going to get played into the box. Is it now they're going to get the chance? They've gone backwards and forced really far back here. Can we win the ball? Nope. They're in behind. It's going to be a chance. Millwall, are they going to score? What a block. What a block again. Well played, Sam Hughes. Okay, Garrett plays out to Shaughnessy. He's going to get there first. He's now got options ahead of him. Plays into Joe Powell. Doesn't quite get there. We're going to force it long again. Are we going to win this? Yeah, we should. Can we get to second? Oh, come on. You've got to bloody win that. Is it Sam Heller? It's bloody Sam Heller again. Absolutely bottling 2 different challenges there. I tell you what, Sam, you're coming off if they score. Sam, you're in my firing line, mate. He has got doesn't dive into tackles as a trait, and I'm currently making him unlearn that, but like that's starting to be a bit of an issue there. Like that's twice I've seen him like just completely not take responsibility for the challenge, and Taylor should have scored. That should have been a goal. They go long with the goal kick. Oh, it's easy. All day, it's got to be yours, honestly. Good lads. Mitchell King plays it unnecessarily early, but it's worked out. Taylor shoots. Yeah, terrible. Okay, we start with the ball. Hamer travels with it. Travels with it still. Plays it in behind to Taylor. Takes a touch, takes 2 touches. Gets a shot. It's blocked. Is the highlight going to continue for us, or is that the end of it? Lacking. Deflected. Taylor. Victor. Oh, it's going to be cleared away. The highlight's continuing here. Goes in behind to Powell. He's in behind. Plays it across. Surely Victor. Oh, it's been cleared away again. Oh, Heller's never going to score. Lacking. Powell. And he's offside after all that. What a move. Unlucky, lads. Good football, though. Okay, they've gone long from a free kick. Powell gets it, plays into Hamer. Hamer travels with it backwards, plays to Sam Hughes, whacks it in behind a bit too direct. Long time I need to stop that from team being so direct. Taylor's got to score this time. Finally does. 1-0 Burton. Come on, boys. Yeah, I'm thinking tactical tweaks. If I keep the tactic the same, like the formation and stuff, I'll probably take the passing directness down a notch so it's more mixed. Like again, just to reiterate, the reason why it's so direct, even though like it says, let's get out of this highlight a second here. Yeah, even though it says like direct and really high tempo, etc., that's to compensate for the way the formation plays out of defense in the match engine because it's quite passive. Like they've got so many passing options short, their tendency is to bounce it a bit too much for my liking in this system. So even though it says it's really direct, we're watching it on key highlights, right? So we're not seeing a lot of the build-up play from the tactic, but there's a lot of build-up play. But I do think still, even then, it's a little too direct. And it's partially down to somebody like Mitchell King has composure of 10, a dribbling of 6, passing of 9. I just think that there's going to be times where he's going to be direct, right? And if we had top-level defenders, they wouldn't be as direct, but still maybe a little too direct. So it's a real possibility that goes down to standard and the tempo maybe gets dropped 1 as well going forward, especially when we get to the Premier League. We'll say things are going well. Right, we've gone to our defensive tactic, done all we can, but there's an instant highlight triggered straight after before the change actually gone through. So this could be an actual chance for somebody. Hamer has it, plays it into... He's going to play it into, plays it across to Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor onto Victor, into Lackin. Lackin into William. Tackled, Victor shoots. Keeper saves, going to be a corner. And they have it, finishes 1-0 to Burton Albion. We'll say, well done. We play them again in the Cup in a few days. That's what I think the team talk was saying there, if I wanted to select the other option. So yeah, we play them again at home in a few days' time. That's pretty good, that episode there. We managed to get 2 wins out of 3. We are currently top of the league, everybody. In a no signings, youth only academy say with Burton Albion, we are top of the league in the championship in our 4th season. That is incredible. I mean, if we end up in the playoffs this year, that would be a nice progression on last year. Every year that we restart, we get into a new season. I always have this feeling that like, or this year might just, get hammered like we're supposed to every week because the difference in the team. But every year we seem to still start off okay. It's always because we start off okay. I'm waiting for that year where we get like, I don't know, a really good team comes down and they just dispatch us like 3 or 4-0 in the first game. And then how it goes from there on. We did get Brighton though. We played Brighton first game of the season, but luckily we played them at home. Well, neutral venue really, because it's the Bescott Stadium. But we played them, we beat them. So we did get that incident, but we didn't get them away. We got Forest as well, to be fair. Like we've played 2 really good teams off the bat. Like we've got a chance this year. That's 3 away games there. That's going to be tough. But if we can continue to win our home games, I think we've got a really good chance of definitely being in the playoffs this year. And if you're in the playoffs, you've always got a chance. It's when you get multiple injuries to the first team. So in this episode, we've played every game with 2 starting players out the first team, 1 striker, 1 left wing back, and we've survived. We've been able to survive. 3, I think, would have killed us, no matter where it was. But if we can limit ourselves to no more than 2 injuries at a time in the first team, in the starting 11, I think we've got a chance. And it's going to be a case of when can I get players like Tom Keenan into the team and that kind of stuff, right? But I'm excited. This is going really well. It's going really, really well. So there we go. Next episode then, I think, as always, we'll come back for our sort of December period here. There's not going to be too much to learn. So I think we'll come back, we'll do the review first, then play 2 games. So we'll play the Wigan and Reading games in the next episode here. So we'll come back, we'll do the review, then we'll play 2 games, see where we're at after that point. Because Wigan are currently 4th, so hopefully they're going to be up there with us. And it'll be an interesting game. And that will do our next episode. I said I'd show you the training ratings. Let's have a quick look at that. In the first, we've got Joe Powell, we've got Mitchell King and Tom Keenan. Tom Keenan obviously supposed to be in the youth team. So those are the 3 currently the top performers in the first team, as you can see right here. Worst performers are down there. I mean, Keller Dunn, that's a shame. In the 21s, you've got a couple of players up here who are never really going to play for us. Yeah, nothing too much to note right there. And in the youngsters, you've got this. So Justin Parker-Trott is the one youngster I wanted to show you because right from the start of the season, he wasn't actually getting played at the start, and I had to sort of put him into the team for the academy team. But he's already started to improve a little bit in his attributes, and he was getting reports saying that he was doing really well in training and that kind of stuff, right? So who knows? He is learning to play a new position, which might, hammer him a little bit, although he's already learned there, to be fair, pretty well. But he looks like he could be a good player, especially for wing back. And as we know, right wing back is a problem. Keller Dunn is okay. I'm hopeful this guy can get quite good. Like, if we ended up falling outside the playoffs and we were going to finish mid-table again, I would start him for the rest of the season because he's already as quick as Keller Dunn and he needs to just develop his mental and technicals. And I think playing in the first team and in a tactic where I think he'd be okay. Marking's a bit poor maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. I know he does. I know he's not great, but we've got to start somewhere, right, with these players, and we've got to try and develop them into something. So there we are. And that is going to conclude the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series still. We're getting there. We're getting very close. And I'll see you next time.